The Slag Galaxy, ungoverned. Space Sector 0909, 8 megaparsecs from Earth.
Weatherman to Captain Spearfishers have reeled in a derelict. Reading one life form on board of an unidentified alien species. Appears to be rather diddling in size, sir.
This is the captain. Even a worm can serve the war storm. Send the recruiters.
Damn, I've seen some sorry little flying turds in my time, but this ship outsorries them all. Look at these controls. It's actually got a little wheel that you steer with your hands. Rudimentary starslide engines, burned out. However far this thing flew was a lot farther than it was ever meant to. No sign of airborne contagions, at least. Good. Hate doing this job all cooped up in a helmet. I find it's best to greet the new recruits with a friendly smile. Hey there, little fella. You can come out now. We got some hijacking paperwork for you to sign. Welcome to the Interstellar Brotherhood of War Workers.
2 aliens of a sort I've never seen. No idea as to their pressure points or pain centers. But they have faces. We'll start there.
There it is. Look out, it's got claws. My eye. Hold still, you son of a nox. Recruiters, can you identify the life form? It's got wings. Some kind of flightless. Recruiters!
Sounds like we fished ourselves an exuberant recruit.
Captain Sin on the bridge.
Where's the alien now?
This is Hangar. The alien has broken containment.
Artificial gravity throws me off. Feel too sluggish and too weightless at the same time. Almost brain myself on the rafters. Batarangs don't fly right. Can't catch my breath. Everything about this place is screaming at me that I don't belong here.
The creature's secreting some kind of fog.
It's crawling on the ceiling. Kill it!
We're already behind quota. Can't afford to lose any flesh and blood stormers before delivery to the Black Suns. Send in the Ryobots.
Automated riot control forces activated. Orders confirmed. Detain but leave target labor viable. Attention, unidentified species. Render yourself procumbent or we will begin fracturing your non-essential skeletal systems. This concludes the period of forewarning.
Captain, the Ryobots appear to be meeting resistance.
Exactly what sort of resistance?
Sir, the chainsaw kind.
Send a squad of firestormers to hold the perimeter and tell them I'm on the way. Out of my element, way out, with little to no intel to go on. Looking for answers to questions I don't even know how to ask.
Firestormers in position.
Where is it? I'm gonna rip its wings off.
Ones from the shuttle are already active again. Paralytics on those batarangs would have kept a full-grown human down for an hour. But the only one here who's human is me. I focus on my training, remember what it is I've become. They don't know. They've never even seen a bat. As the smoke clears, I hear a few of them chuckle. They don't know to fear the Batman. Not yet.
You are one dead bird.
Nobody touches him. The alien's mine. You're what all this trouble is about. What even are you? You're right. I don't really care. Just giving you the chance to strike first. Show me why you deserve to scrub the toilets on my warship.
Close cell number 13.
Hit him with a 10,000-volt punch. He didn't flinch. He hit me 3 times. Only remembered 2. First punch broke 4 ribs, dislocated my right hip. Second shattered my nose and cracked my orbital bone. Surprised the third didn't kill me. Oh. I imagine a fight like that for every second of the journey out here, across 26 million light years. And in the end, it went about like I expected.
Well, looky there. Guess you ain't done dying after all, huh? That means I just lost 10 creds to a coond. Looks like you owe me, bird boy, and a Tamaranian never forgets a debt. Something you want to say, Enrique? Your tongue's finished growing back from the last time we talked?
We would have just robbed you and maimed you, a little new guy, our way of welcoming you to the eye of the storm. But Ione here will do a whole lot worse. Can't never trust no storm chaser. Where did you learn English?
Never heard of it.
Then how is it I understand you?
What kind of podunk planet you from? You never had a lingo chip before. Stormers embedded one in you when they were checking you for invisilice and microleeches. Don't bother. Any weapons you had hidden away are long gone. Their probe droids are thorough. But they left you your pretend wings. Probably their idea of a joke. Don't get much room for laughs on board the War Storm. Listen, you're locked up with the rejects, and once you don't cut it to be a war stormer, they only keep you around till they need some poor suckers to shovel asteroids out of the turbines. You want to live to see starlight again? You be ready to move on my signal.
Not interested.
What? What do you mean, not interested? You don't want to escape this place?
No. It's been 6 weeks since Wayne Enterprises purchased a prototype long-range shuttle from Star Labs, under the guise of developing a commercial spaceflight business. I paid $532 million for a one-way trip, but I had no choice. The Warstorm is surrounded by an artificially generated stellar hurricane, keeping it impenetrable and inescapable. It travels the galaxy, abducting any able-bodied beings it finds, forcing them to train as mercenary soldiers. In the Slag galaxy, most resources are reserved for the mining industry. That means weapons are precious, while flesh is cheap. So the Warstormers are trained to kill with their hands. They perfect their killing blows with the help of combat training robots.
Congratulations, you have successfully murdered me.
When those bots become too damaged to recycle, they're shoveled into the furnaces to feed the storm stacks. Because the captain has deemed me too puny for training, I'm given menial jobs I'm not expected to survive. And that becomes my training. Surviving.
Please won't you punch me some more?
Tell me about the captain.
Captain Sin punches with exemplary power. It was always an honor to be obliterated by his fists.
Where are people like him from? And what do you know about their physiology?
You don't need some junked-up punchbot to tell you about the captain. Sin's as tough as any Ikarian ever clawed their way off that hell pit of a moon. He's making a fortune selling stormers to the Black Sun Mining Company, so you got no hope of bribing your way out of his brig. Believe me, I've tried. Ione of Tamaran, storm chaser, paid to hunt and apprehend escaped recruits of the Warstorm, sentenced to death by hanging on the moon gallows of Black Sun Prime for the crime of...
Shut your gearhole, punch bucket.
Yes, please, thank you for kicking me. You kick with exemplary power. I answered your question, bird boy. Now, you answer mine. What's sin to you? I watch you, you know. The others, they laugh at the flightless bird. But I see the guards beat on you for fun, and you take it like they're doing you a favor. They're using your face for knuckle practice, but somehow it's like you're the one who's training. Wasn't no accident you ended up here, was it? I'd wager this is your first time ever setting foot off-world. Yet you came all the way out to the hind end of the heavens, to the Slag galaxy, looking for a fight. Man does something that deliriously stupid can't be but one explanation. He's in love. You want to survive the war storm? You think on that love of yours every picosecond you're trapped here. Think about crawling your way back to your lover's arms, and just maybe that'll help keep you alive. You picturing their pretty face, lovebird? Tell me, this lover of yours, that's worth you being locked up with a ship full of war-hungry, space-crazed psychopaths, they got theirself a name?
It's been a year since I sat in my own blood, feeling lost, only for a bat to burst through the mansion window. In that time, I've poured myself into every alleyway and darkened recess of this city, marked each rooftop with my blood. I know every single shadow cast in Gotham, and who hides in it, or who tries to. Goonin, you should have gotten the message when I tore through the other families like a hurricane. Tonight the storms come for the East End Irish mob. I've fought madmen and monsters.
Oh, I got the message loud and clear, Batman. I knew you'd be coming for me and mine.
I've faced beings so superhumanly strong it defies all mortal reckoning.
I figured me boys here wouldn't be much of a match for you, and they sure weren't, were they? So it's a good thing I hired some new muscle.
Now they're all behind bars or cackling in Arkham, or buried beneath their own blaze of glory.
He's from out of town.
I traveled the earth for years to prepare myself for this, to be all that Gotham needs.
He's from way out of town.
I traveled the earth, one planet in a cosmos teeming with perils. Only now do I see what a small-minded fool I've been. You know what's got everybody so petrified? Where I come from, you wouldn't last a daybreak. The Slag galaxy would eat you alive, Batman, just like I'm about to do.
The optimal target when striking an Icarian is a small area just above the third kidney. But your punches are far too negligible to inflict significant damage.
Don't just tell me that. Show me how they fight. Hit me.
You mean Punchbot can punch back?
Yes, fight me like they would. First the Icarians, then every alien species in your database.
You understand this will cause you immense physical suffering.
I understand. It's a big universe, one I know nothing about. And whatever threats there are spread across the heavens, sooner or later they'll find their way to Gotham.
Wonder if all the flightless birds back home are as screwy as this one.
I'm not ready to face those threats. Not a one of them. I'm not anywhere close. Not yet. On board the War Storm, those of us deemed unfit for mercenary training are kept alive for one purpose. When the massive engines that power the ship's storm shield become clogged with space debris, we're sent inside to clean them out.
That did it. Turbines are cleared. Get out while you can.
But the captain doesn't bother powering down the engines during this process, because here in the Slag galaxy, the war doesn't stop for anyone.
Out of the way!
It is said that only the strongest and the cruelest survive even one trip inside the storm stacks. No one in living memory has survived two. This is my fifth.
You stupid. What do you think you're doing?
What I was told to do, cleaning the storm stacks.
You did it. Wrong. No one died. This is why you're not a war stormer. I swear, I've never seen anyone more terrible at killing than you. Here, let me show you how easy it is.
No, please.
Alien life form, Branx. Native to the Vega system. Skin as hard as stone. More power in one of his 4 arms than I possess in my entire body. I've trained for this.
That is better, Batman, but you are still not sufficiently killing me.
I'm not trying to kill.
Punchbot does not understand. Why else would Batman punch?
I incapacitate if I must, but I never kill.
Your lingo chip must be malfunctioning. It sounded as if Batman said, "It sounds like Bird Boy's got moon sludge for brains."
Ione, what are you doing here?
You think you're the only one who sneaks out of the cell sometimes? I've been stealing circadian worm rum for weeks now, working on bribing one of the guards in the hangars for when I make my big escape. You rethink your position on the whole getting out of here alive idea?
No.
Your punch is ineffective. Now I am an angry Branx. Now I will be killing you harder. You're fighting a Branx? Going for the nerve clusters in the neck? Those are behind skin as hard as clamgar bark. You're doing it wrong. Here, let me show you. Branx males are super vain when it comes to their tusks. Some kind of mating ritual thing. You want to hurt them, you go for the teeth. You punch with exemplary power, but I still don't like you. I'm a storm chaser. I've spent my life wrangling fugitives of every species in 19 superclusters.
Let me guess. You teach me to fight. I help you escape.
Sure, if you happen to live that long. But for now, I say we just fight. For the fun of it. Wait, but who will punch Punchbot?
Robot, how do I defeat a Tamaranian?
No, Punch Bucket. Thank you, I am beginning to like you now. This fight, you fight on your own, Batman.
My tusk. Nobody move. Watch where you step. I gotta find it.
Damn. Who the Starkworks is this guy? Batman.
He's Batman.
The Batman.
Batman.
Show them.
Never heard of him.
Doesn't matter that they're a horde of alien warriors, highly trained in all manner of murder. Take your fists and show them. Show them what happens when you stand between the Batman and Gotham.
You must have left your brains back on your home world. You're still thinking about where you were, not where you are. That's why you'll die out here.
And what about you? What does a bounty hunter have to do to get sentenced to death by the people she hunts for? Other than steal food that I know she secretly gives to the weakest and hungriest prisoners.
See, you gotta actually beat me before you get to ask me questions. So I'd say my secrets are safe. Here, drink it slow. It hits even harder than I do.
I don't drink.
Don't drink, don't kill. Hell, next you'll tell me you don't use guns. Ha! Boy, did you sure pick the wrong galaxy.
I kidney punch a Gordanian in his upper thigh, elbow drop a Thragar's tail, and crush his larynx. I bury my boot underneath a Favlaxian's arm, and he goes down like he's been stomped in the testes, which he just has been. For a moment, it's like I'm back in an alleyway surrounded by cackling clowns or coked-out goons. I feel them withering beneath my fists, feel their fear growing palpable. For a moment, it's almost like I'm home again. For a moment.
Sounds like you put up one hell of a fight. Heard it took 36 stormers to bring you down. Took 4 for me, but who's keeping score? Guess I stole one too many bottles of worm rum, huh? Look, for what it's worth, you did what no one's ever done before. You saved a lot of lives in those storm stacks. For now, at least. Word is, well, seems these cells have gotten a bit crowded for Captain Sin's liking, so the plan is to thin the herd. Tomorrow, we're all going spacewalking, without suits. I'm sorry, Batman. Sorry you'll never make it back to whoever it was you left behind. I fell in love once too. My homeworld, Tamaran, was a tropical paradise. Air smelled like perfume. Skies shimmered with a golden glow. People were drop-dead gorgeous. Everyone was a hugger. I couldn't wait to get the hell away from that place, so I became a storm chaser, flying alone from galaxy to galaxy, hunting escaped war recruits. I was damn good at it. Then one day in the Slag galaxy, I picked up a runaway stormer, like I'd done 100 times before. It was a long transport flight, and he just, well, the annoying bastard never shut up. After a few light years, he talked so damned much, he'd somehow talked me into catching feelings. But I did my job. Hell, it was the only thing I knew how to do. I dropped him off, got paid my bounty. I figured the feelings would go away after that. You know, like sleeping off a fever. But flying through that endless darkness, it's like I'd never realized how cold and quiet and lonesome it gets out here. I went back for him, had some half-brained idea about busting him out of the war storm. He died right after I dropped him off, fried to ash inside the storm stacks. Since then, I found it's easier helping stormers escape than dragging them to their deaths, or at least that was the way of it until Captain Sin caught up with me. See, ain't it just like I told you, Batman? Don't matter the planet. Love will always get you killed.
Batman. I'm Batman. It won't be love that gets me killed. And it damn sure won't be today.
All war stormers to arms! The prisoners are...
Yeah, bet your asses they are.
I thought we agreed. No killing.
Relax. Out here, not everyone dies when you shoot them in the face. These war stormers will live. But we won't if we can't shut down the stellar hurricane that surrounds this ship.
It's being taken care of.
Greetings, weathermen. I have been sent to service the, storm circuits.
What are you talking about? You're just some run-down punchbot. What are you even doing on the bridge?
The storm has been disabled. The escape path is clear. Ha! The rust bucket did it. Everybody, get to my ship.
Robot, where are you? Can you make it to the hangar?
Yes, Batman. I am...
Robot, come in.
The storm shield won't stay down for long. We have to go. Now. Batman!
I have journeyed far from home, and I will do whatever it takes to fight my way back. Except lose myself along the way.
I don't believe it. The idiot's going back for a damned bot.
Ione, forget the Birdman. We have to get out of here.
You'd all be walking in space if it wasn't for that man. We wait. He'll be back. Believe me, no one here wants to get home. More than Batman.
I flew 8 megaparsecs from Earth. I left Gotham alone, undefended, so I could become the hero it needs. Have I? You. Only one way to find out. This time, you feed the storm. Akarian, native of the Slag galaxy. I've trained for this. I've gambled everything. I've bled and suffered. It has to be enough.
Ione, he's not coming back.
Damn you, Batman. Fire up the engines.
It has to be enough. It isn't enough. Falling through space, unprotected. No air left in my lungs. Only seconds before I pass out. Then suffocate and freeze. I'm a child again, terror-stricken, tumbling through darkness, down through a cave without end, falling farther and farther from home. Gotham, I have failed you. At least the other prisoners escaped. Ione escaped. I try to focus on that. Focus on those I saved, and hope it makes a difference. I really do try.
Captain, an escape pod was just launched.
Another prisoner escaping.
No life forms aboard, sir. It appears to be headed for the spacewalker. Shoot it down! Raise the storm shield! Captain, controls aren't responding. Something has compromised our systems.
Thank you, Batman, for teaching Punchbot how to punch.
It turns out it makes a difference. All of it. Every life. Every last punch.
Tell me, stranger, do you know where it is you've had the profound misfortune of crash landing?
I believe I do. And it wasn't fortune that brought me here. It was one very brave, very clever robot. This is a world called Aari, is it not? This is exactly where I need to be to complete my training.
This is Aari, but all one may learn here are the ways of suffering and the depths of despair. It was not always so. This was once a moon of plenty, a place of peace, where our people lived in harmony with the land and the beasts of the field. Such was life on Aari for eons untold, until the miners came. The Black Sun Mining Company. They claimed this ground for their own, and us with it. When we rebelled against our enslavement, they stole our children, took them as hostages to their orb of orphans. Those of us who were left worked the mines until all that was once precious here had been scraped away. Then the Black Suns were gone, moving on to the next poor glimmer in the sky, leaving our moon a desiccated ruin. Now there is no such thing as harmony on Aari. Now we are but meat for the starving beasts, for the barbed wolves who devour as they please. Tell us, stranger, are you the answer to our prayers, our many pleadings for the mercy of mass extinction?
No, I am not. But perhaps I can do something about those wolves. I am lost and fallen, and the darkness is alive. A darkness that devours orphans. It's been waiting for me. Ione was right. I have to be where my boots are. You, the Alpha, just you. I have come to a place where bloodshed is business, where predators feast on the meek, where good people die in dark alleys. The feast ends here. I am the Batman of Gotham. I have traveled farther from Earth than I can fully comprehend, and yet I am home.
Good people of Aari, look, I get it. I see the sorry state of this place, and I know the Black Sun Mining Company was responsible. I understand why you might feel a bit skittish when it comes to off-worlders. So if you killed and ate the guy I came here looking for, well, I won't hold it against you. I mean, he is dressed like a bird. But I'm a storm chaser, and I need to know if I can stop chasing, all right? So tell me, where's Batman? Oh, wow.
Elders, after much intense discussion, the barbed wolves that have preyed upon your people have agreed to hunt other game.
Then let us wish good hunting to you both, Batman, wherever the great moons may lead you.
Hi, I'm here to rescue you. Looks like I'm a little late.
I'll have to build a new suit from scratch, with whatever you've got on board. We'll figure it out on the way.
On the way? The way where, exactly?
You know where, Ione.
Hold up. If you think you're bringing that wild mongrel onto my ship, you're even crazier than you look. Batman!
I fought the Alpha Wolf for hours, until I was sure I had nothing more in me I could afford to bleed. But instead of coming in for the kill, the beast looked me right in the eye. and licked my face. I like to think the wolf saw something in me, something that made him realize I was worth more alive than dead. The hunter saw the promise of more hunting to be had. And that's a promise I intend to keep.
Weeks later. Yeah, that's definitely it, all right. We've officially found them, and it won't be long before they find us. This asteroid field can't hide us from their sensors much longer. You better be done getting dressed in there. Batty, you hear me?
A bit longer.
Right, sure. Tell you what, you want more tinkering time? How about we just keep on flying? Right on out of the Slag galaxy, and you can tinker to your heart's content. What I'm trying to say, for about the blurpteenth hundredth time, is that you don't have to do this. Bruce. You beat them. You escaped the war storm. Let that be enough. All their captain wants is to see you dead. Why give him another chance? When right here in front of you, there's someone offering you the chance to live.
5 more minutes, and I'll be ready.
Got it. I'll tell the wolf.
Ione.
Save it, Bruce. Boy, she must really be something. That old flame of yours you can't seem to quit. Gotham must be the most beautiful place that's ever existed.
For weeks now, I've been working with technology I barely understand. And this, whatever this is with Ione, I understand even less. All I know for certain is that I have one more fight left to win, if I'm going to earn the right to go home. And here comes my opponent.
Bridge to Batman. The war storm's in range, and their stellar hurricane defense shield is fully active. Last chance to accept that there are easier ways to die.
This is Batman, launching now. Have entered the hurricane. Space cape engaged.
Captain, there appears to be a projectile approaching our position.
Through the hurricane? That's impossible. What sort of projectile?
Strangely enough, one consisting predominantly of organic matter.
It's him. Sound the alarm. I want every single war stormer armed and ready for murder duty.
Captain, might this weatherman remind you that we have only just reached our 20,000 stormer quota? If any should be damaged before delivery, the Black Sun Mining Company would be most displeased.
Worry about displeasing your captain. Tell the stormers that our mutilation bonuses have just been tripled. I want the Batman's pointy little head.
This is Hanger Gwomgwek. We believe the alien's somewhere inside. He's managed to disable the room's systems. Lights are down. Damn, so's gravity. There he is. Alien sighted.
I'm inside, moving to open the hangar.
I don't hear you moving. All I hear is you being shot at a lot.
The hangar door will be open, Ione.
Yeah, well, if you die before you get to it, you be sure and let me know, so I can turn the hell around.
Keep moving. Don't stop to think about how absurd this is. Storming a spaceship the size of a city.
I got him. I got the little birdie.
A city peopled exclusively with highly trained alien death troops.
That beheading bonus is mine. All it'll take is a squeeze.
In a galaxy where all facets of life are dedicated to a single, grim pursuit. The making of war. I was born in a mansion, with a butler bringing me tea. They take one look at me and think I don't belong here.
Forget the bonuses. Just kill the bastard.
I must make them see the power of my devotion. I was not raised in combat. I chose it. I wake every day, still bleeding from the night's battles. And I choose war all over again.
That was not a particularly pleasant flight.
At least you got to make it in a ship. The hangar is yours, Ione. Wolf, with me. Ione, in case I fail, I want you to know.
Oh, we're sharing our feelings real quick. Cool, let me go first. Do what you gotta do and get the hell out of my galaxy, Batman. Good talk. All right, Warstormers, listen up. Those of you who would like the chance to return to being whatever sort of non-warring muckhead you were before you were brought to this place, my ship here is your ticket home. Otherwise, well, I'm sure your captain could use your help right about now. Good choice, boys. Not so fast, Nurse. You think I'd forget about you? The rest of you, keep moving.
Alert, all stormers to arms.
Hey, the guards just left.
What do you think that means?
I know what it means for me. Break time.
It could only be him. Batman came back for Punchbot. Remember the lessons, Batman. May you punch with exemplary power.
Yeah, kill it!
I got the mutt.
Wolf, no killing. You bring a barbed wolf from my homeworld. Did you think this would frighten me? Where are you, Batman? Ah, there you are. While you're still capable of non-vegetative thought, perhaps you'd like to tell me what this has all been about. Why you journeyed so very far from home, just to die by my hands. I'm not telling you a damn thing. I'll show you.
Damn it, stop playing with him. Just kill the Batman. Kill him now.
Slag Galaxy. What was that, little man? What?
No, get after him.
Slag Galaxy. Alien species, Aarian, native of the Slag Galaxy. I know his every pressure point. Major nerve clusters, hidden jugular notches. I put my knees or my knuckles into every single one. One deadened arm, one leg limp, vision blurred. He still keeps coming. He kidnaps people for a living, press gangs them into being killers. I don't hold back. It takes 11 kicks and 23 strikes before I bring him down. It takes 5 more before I stop. It's been weeks since I was lying in a dumpster on Gotham's East End, the one eye I was still able to open staring up at the stars, as I realized through the pain that I would have to fly to them, that I would have to put myself through hells I couldn't yet imagine on faraway planets I knew nothing about, in order to battle my way to this moment. And so I have. I've completed my objective. I've learned all I need to go back home. So why don't I feel done?
Without their captain, the weathermen and the stormers are standing down. The war storm is yours, Batman. Congrats. Guess this is goodbye. So, goodbye.
Ione.
Yeah?
What can you tell me about the Black Sun Mining Company?
My brother says this was truly laughable, this plan of yours. And he isn't much for laughing, my brother. You sought to infiltrate the orb of orphans and take what belongs to us. But as my brother says, these children are ours by right. We laid claim to them,
just as we did the other useful resources from your worlds, whatever they were called. Brother says, well, I believe he'd like to tell you this bit himself. No. No. Yes, brother, well said. Whether by wrath or by whisper, it ends the same. All who rebel must bleed before the Black Sun twins. The Slag Galaxy, Black Sun Moon Mining Cluster, Gulu Gar. Attention, the Warstorm is approaching with your delivery. Lower your shields and stand by for Zeta Beam transference of payload.
Well, it's about blurgin time. I've been waiting on fresh stormers for weeks. You'd better be sending me some well-seasoned ones, too. The natives around here are becoming quite the nuisance. I need stormers who are ready to jump right in and get their knuckles good and bloodied. What is this? You idiots got the orders mixed up. I paid for an army. What the fog are you supposed to be?
The army.
What are you? No! Stop it! You're not here to fight my bots. You're meant to...
Go to your bosses. Tell them wherever the Warstorm flies, worlds are made free. Tell them the storm is coming. Tell the Black Suns I'm coming for them.
Tell the Black Suns who the Warstorm is.
I see. Thank you for delivering that message, Overseer. The Warstorm coming for us. I must say, I find this development rather confusing. Since the Warstorm is meant to be your ship, is it not, Captain Sin?
It was, Lady Wrath, until it was taken from me.
Yes, by some lone alien, this Batman person. He defeated you, released your stormers, our stormers, and left you stranded on a backwoods planetoid. Did I miss any other humiliations, Captain, or does that about cover it?
I will fix this, my lords. Grant me a cadre of stormers, and I promise you, I will reclaim what is mine.
And what cadre of stormers did the Batman have when he liberated the Warstorm from your command?
Well, he had a wolf.
Ah, yes. He brought his pet along. And let's not forget the rebellious Punchbot, an android whose sole function is to be repeatedly punched in the face. It must have been quite the harrowing ordeal for you, Captain.
He also had the assistance of a renegade storm chaser by the name of...
I believe we've heard enough, Sin. You asked for our assistance. You may now have the answer of the Black Suns. As delivered by my brother, Lord Whisper.
Oh, no. No.
Droids, see that the captain listens closely.
I am loyal to the Black Suns. Don't...
Batman. What planet do Batmans come from? Anyone know? No idea? Someone be a dear and run a search on it for us. Then let's start kicking around ideas for who'd we'd like to have kill him, okay? Or better yet, let's see that he's brought here to the Orb of Orphans alive, so that my brother and I might have a word with this Batman.
Space is a staggeringly vast nothingness,
A darkness and silence that feels all-encompassing. Space as the cave of all caves. As the war storm sails the dark ocean between planets, between mining outposts, I brood. I wrestle with thoughts of home. I see Gotham drenched in blood. I imagine Two-Face escaping from Arkham, bodies heaped in the streets, Gordon lighting the signal night after night, with no one answering the call. I feel myself growing more desperate to get home, angrier that I'm still here, where I have no right to be. But then the war storm comes upon another mining colony, another planet of enslaved people. We intercept another cargo of plundered orphans. And I know that this is a fight I cannot abandon. I know the Batman still has work to do out here, even if not everyone agrees.
Weeks earlier. Wait, let me say this back to you, so I can see if it sounds as stupid coming out of my mouth. You're going to stay in the Slag galaxy, even though you finished the training that brought you here in the first place. So you can take on the Black Sun Mining Company, who you'd never even heard of until the other day. Yeah, definitely still sounds stupid.
I've seen firsthand what the Black Suns are doing to the people of this galaxy. They have to be stopped.
You don't know the first damn thing about this galaxy. Tell me, oh wise Batman, why is it that the Farlegians hate the Venvils so much? On Frugar Prime, which eyeball are you supposed to lick when you greet an elder? On what planet are you required to kill your own children if they turn their back on you?
You're right. I don't have the first clue about any of that, and I'm not here to impose the laws and customs of my home world. But some things are universal. The Black Suns are kidnapping orphans to keep worlds in subjugation. If I walk away from that, then I have no right being Batman.
So these orphans you've never met, you'd stay for them. But when I asked you, Bruce, you know what? To hell with you, Batman. Good luck to the crew of the War Storm in your continued quest to get yourselves murdered.
Ione, come with me. I see the way you are. You're a bounty hunter who's risked her life to rescue her bounties. I know you care about the people of this galaxy more than anyone. Help me fight this fight. We can bring down the Black Suns together.
Fuck you, Batman. If you'd asked me to stay, for you, for me, for the chance that there could maybe someday be an us, I might have actually been moon-brained enough to consider it. But you just want a storm chaser to save your stupid off-worlder ass, and this one ain't for hire. Not to you. Crew of the War Storm, reporting for duty, sir. Where to next, Captain?
You're a punch bot, so find me someone to punch. Batman to Warstorm, we're done here. What does it mean to be Batman? A year ago, when I first put on this cowl, it was about instilling terror. Now, here I am, light years from Gotham, where it turns out...
Batman.
The Batman can inspire more than just fear.
Yeah. No, I'm not doing nothing. A Batman? Never heard of one of those before. Who's hiring? Yeah, you're right. The Black Suns are always stingy when it comes to payment. But you know me, I don't do it for the money. Tell them I'll take the job. Nah, there's nothing here I need to finish up first. I can get started right away. They want him dead or... Got it. Alive but tenderized. Sure, I can do that. Yeah, same to you, buddy. Give my best to the wife and kids.
Storm Chaser, name unknown, alias the Thanagarian. wanted on murder and interstellar kidnapping charges by the Hawk Police of Thanagar, the Science Rangers of Ran, and the Green Lanterns of 17 space sectors. Last known whereabouts, Slag Galaxy. Captain, we appear to have encountered an ambush. The war storm is taking significant damage.
Raise the storm shield.
I am afraid the shield requires maintenance. Need this bot remind you that the war storm is used to operating with a standard crew of 857, not 2. Apologies. 3.
Then I'll handle it myself.
Understood. You are clear for launch. Warbat 1.
We're not calling it that.
Copy that, Captain Batman.
Robot, make sure the pilots from those blasted ships get Zeta beamed into the brig.
Of course, Captain. It is the law of the war storm. No one dies. Though you should know that the Black Sun's Comet Bomber Corps are not likely to extend you the same courtesy.
I'm used to that. I'm reading another ship incoming, faster than the rest. Can you identify it?
It appears too small to be a ship. Perhaps you should return to the... Captain?
Robot, what am I looking at? It's some sort of metal-winged Hawkman.
A Thanagarian. The Thanagarian. According to the Warstorms database, he is a storm chaser of a rather gruesome notoriety. It is said that he eviscerates with exemplary power.
Thanagarian, we didn't train for this. I've tried to tell myself that I am the storm, the new face of war for a galaxy in peril. But I'm still so blind, still just a child fumbling in darkness.
Captain, the 9th metal of his wings appears to be interfering with our Zeta beam. Captain Batman.
Maybe Ione was right. I should have gone home when I had the chance.
Meanwhile, 26 million miles away.
Might as well turn it off. He's not coming.
Scanning all deep space transmissions. Scanning. Scanning. No incoming messages found. Dart's Saloon, Black Market Moon, outskirts of the Slag Galaxy.
Hey, pal. Spare Aari snoot full for a storm chaser fresh out of Slag.
Cool, Danny and Grog. If it burns through you, you gotta mop up your own guts before you die.
Sounds like the good stuff. Much obliged.
You looking for work? Black Sun's just put out a primo bounty. 2 million credits for some plunkhead called Batman. But if I was you, I wouldn't wait around to start chasing. Word is, the Thanagarians already picked up the trail.
The Thanagarian? Hell, then what's the hurry? Sounds like this Batman's as good as dead.
There. Car. Been hit by a car. Looks like I'm at 142nd Street and Valentine. Northeast corner. Car must have been going 95, 100 at least. Skull won't stop rattling. Head full of broken glass. Why was I in the street? Brain recalibrating quickly after trauma, like it's been trained. Fighting. I was fighting. Who was I fighting? Get up. That light. The city's on fire. Tooth floating loose in my mouth. Why are things floating? That's not a fire. It's the stars. What's wrong with the stars? Move. This isn't 142nd Street. Wasn't hit by a car. Get up or die. Pain is the mantra. Always follow the hurt. I became a bat. But this isn't my city.
The Slag Galaxy.
I'm in space. 26 million light years from Earth. And I refuse to die so far from home. Open fire. My position. So far from the blood-drenched asphalt where I was born. Wasn't a car that hit me. I was sideswiped by a space jet. Black Sun interceptors, a swarm of them, strafing the war storm. Bombs powerful enough to obliterate asteroids and splinter moons. The starfighters streak past us at blinding speed. In my daze, I told myself I was fighting on a busy Gotham street. Just maybe I am. In these last few months, I've come to understand that the space between worlds is a long, dark alleyway. But sometimes there are streets that bustle with traffic, vehicles too close together, driving too fast. I know this street. I've fought this fight before. In Gotham, I learned to use my surroundings as a weapon.
Warning, systems compromised. Homing beacon detected. Course changed. Ejector seat activating.
This bounty hunter, this storm chaser, the Thanagarian, he's been sent by the Black Sun Mining Company. Sent to kill or cripple me. He's used to fighting in outer space, murdering in orbit. His mace hits like a wrecking ball. Have to hit him back with something bigger. With the alleyways and avenues and the rush of oncoming traffic, I hit him with a fist the size of a city. Back home, that would be enough. But instead, I taste ninth metal, feel that loose tooth migrate to my nose, and I am reminded for the 1000th time today, I am pretty damn far from home.
Alert, the war storm has been breached.
Robot, whatever that is, I need you to handle it.
Understood, Captain Batman. Bridge to Chief Security Officer, please report to Hangar Glurg.
Ignore that. You heard the intel. There's no crew on board. Just a punch bot and some sort of...
I had the chance to finish this fight and go home. My mission fulfilled. I chose to stay. I chose war.
Am attempting to reboot the defense shield while also single-handedly waging a space battle against the remaining interceptors, jobs that typically require a crew of 300. A feat so impressive this unit is forced to mention it itself. Please now refer to me as Warbot.
I know how to fight a war.
Oh dear.
I just haven't figured out how to end one. Can't open left eye. Jaw dislocated. In Gotham, the vermin are crawling from their holes. Holes I put them in. They think the coast is clear. They think the Batman is gone and never coming back. Maybe they're right. Eardrum bursts. Gloves filling with blood. All the work I did is hemorrhaging. Opponent is winged and merciless, and armed with space metal beyond my comprehension. I cobbled this suit together from junk on board Ione's ship. Think I swallowed that tooth.
Captain Batman.
Somewhere out there is an orb of orphans. Focus on that. Bleed out on your feet if you have to.
Captain Batman, can you respond?
Neither eye wants to open. Tooth comes back up. Bite on it to pop my jaw back into socket. Just in time. Robot, activate the storm shield. Patch it directly into my circuits.
The shield? But, Captain, my readings indicate you are currently inside the storm stacks. If I should trigger the storm...
Just do it. Do it now. That's an order from your captain.
Yes, Captain Batman.
The full force of a cosmic superstorm erupts through my spacesuit. Suit won't hold itself together for long. Neither will I. Once the suit falters, turbines will burn me to ash. Strain an eye open. Punch with the power of a hurricane. Somewhere out there in the darkness, orphans are screaming. My fists scream with them. Many fiery punches later. Ugh! You've got to be kidding. Not done with you. Your wings are inside the storm stacks. You want them? Go get them. No. No ninth metal, no armor, just meat and knuckle. Let's go. If you want a punching contest, you've come to the right place.
Greetings, combatant. Punch bots can now punch back. Punch back, punch back. Shall we begin? This seems unwise, Batman, abandoning the war storm. There will be other attackers, other storm chasers. The war storm was our only protection.
It was a target. It was holding us back. I need to get out there. I need to know who they are.
This unit does not understand.
Who are the Black Suns? The robot doesn't have an answer. Says no one's ever seen the Black Sun twins. No one who lived. But I keep asking the question, in the darkest corners of the Slag galaxy, asking all the ways I've learned how. No one says a word, not in whispers or in screams. Either no one knows anything, or they're more afraid of the Black Suns than they are of me. Either way, I have work to do.
Black Sun Moon Mining Cluster Hoodoo Goom. In a universe ever in the throes of chaos and uncertainty, we made your lives simple. All questions of existence we answered for you. No need for aspirations or wonder, no class warfare or racial divisions. We rendered you all equally insignificant, and this is how you repay us. You rebel. You seek to topple the lawful omnipotence of the Black Sun dynasty. Our company holds contracts that were literally written in stone, that granted us rights to this galaxy when your kind was still worming its way out of the muck. Against this, you seek to revolt. One might as well rage against the reeling of the stars. But know that the Black Sun twins do not blame you for your foolishness. You have been misled. One has come among you from afar, an alien to our ways, spreading diseases against which you have no natural immunity. Diseases like ambition and hope. He spreads these infections world to world, and then leaves you to fend for yourselves. But my brother and I come to you now with the cure for the hope that ails you. Let those among you who are so afflicted come forward and receive their treatment free of charge. Do not be shy. You wish to rebel, yes? Here is your chance. Do what he would have you do. Be the Batman.
The war storm. He's not here.
I can see that. Where'd he go? Don't know. Right, and let me guess. You wouldn't tell me even if you did, would you, Thanagarian?
No. You'll have to find your own storm to chase, Ione. The Batman is mine.
You sure about that, Thang? You seem to have your hands full here. Punch bots, punch back. Punch bots, punch back.
When I'm not working, I go limp. Can't even fly. Without a bounty to chase, it's like my body doesn't remember how to breathe. This is me breathing, Ione. Don't care if the work is tedious. Don't care how long it takes. If I have to crush the face of every robot on the war storm, I'll damn well do it. Because this is food for me. This is me living my best life. And when I find the Batman, wherever he thinks he can hide, I'll deliver him to the Black Suns as requested, alive. Alive in that he'll twitch and whimper when you prod him with the toe of your boot. But rest assured, he will be a sack of shards, lying in a puddle of his own drizzling organs. You can believe that, Ione.
Yeah, you're right. I do. I have downloaded all available satellite imagery from this moon cluster. The Black Sun twins came here alone. One of them would appear to be exceptionally strong. She punches with devastating power. As for the other twin, footage shows him appearing to simply speak softly to people. That is all. Yet the effect of his whispers can only be described as, well, it cannot be described at all. The strong one, Wrath, she was responsible for some of this. The rest, the citizens, did to one another after they were whispered to. All moons in this immediate cluster are the same. The entire ordeal appears to have taken a matter of moments. One cannot help but think that this is at least somewhat in response to the spread of uprisings throughout the mining colonies, to the spread of you.
How many? How many people were on these worlds?
It will take some time to calculate the total number of casualties.
You already know, so just tell me.
12,937,415,673, give or take a few. We will give you a moment alone to collect your thoughts. Come, werewolf.
Ione was right. I am so far out of my depth here. It's absurd. 13 billion people are dead because of me. Because of a man dressed like a bat who set out to stop muggers and mobsters. Because of a boy still clutching his mother's pearls. I have no business battling alien empires. I have to stop. Have to do what I should have done before. Leave. Go back where I belong. Seek therapy. And accept that this whole Batman thing, that maybe this isn't
Batman?
Ione.
I heard about what... Well, I just thought you might be here.
Ione. I choke on the words as my mind floods with images. In her, for the first time, I see a way out of this war. I know what to say, I just don't have the guts. But she sees it in my eyes. I know she does. And I see something in hers, just before she goes for her gun.
The Orb of Orphans. I must say, my brother and I were rather surprised to see you. I had been led to believe the Thanagarian was pursuing this particular bounty, but it seems no one has heard from him in a while. You may collect your payment on the way out, Storm Chaser Ione, though I suppose you've earned the right to stay and watch if you like. No reason to. He means nothing to me. Well, it appears our fun will be rather short-lived anyway, as my brother simply cannot contain himself. He's been dying to have a word with the Batman.
The Slag Galaxy, the Orb of Orphans, headquarters of the Black Sun Mining Company.
His words are delicate, barely audible, yet each syllable is a searing needle stabbing into my brain. I've trained myself to endure every form of torture known to man, but this thing isn't a man. His name is Whisper Black Sun, and he speaks the unspeakable. I know that nothing I can do will drown out the roar of his whispers. I scream anyway.
Here's payment for your bounty, Ione. Where do you want us to unload it? Ione?
You'll have to wait your turn, Storm Chaser. We've got an unidentified ship approaching the hangar. Gunner, be ready to open fire.
Oh, I'm ready. Opening hangar. The wolf looks like he wants to eat my face off. Keep that mutt away from me, punch bucket. Oh my, those are Captain Batman's screams I hear. Yeah, believe me. I tried to tell him this was a bad idea.
Earlier, Black Sun Moon Mining Cluster Hoodoo Goom.
Damn you, Batman. I gather this isn't a personal call, Ione. You're here to take me in for the bounty.
I should, but no.
I came here to help you, you stupid idiot. And what do I find? You're thinking about giving up, aren't you? I can tell by the look in your eyes. You can't beat the Black Suns, is that it? That's what you're telling yourself? Well, you're right. You can't. But that doesn't really matter anymore, does it? You don't get to stop. And if you don't understand why, try taking a look around. Look at them. These people died because they believed in you. They were crazy enough to believe in the power of the stupid Batman. And damn you to all the hells. So am I. Back at the Warstorm, I had my blaster pointed right at the Thanagarian. The old me would have put a hole the size of an afterburner in his big dumb face and gone about my day with a skip and a grin. But when I fired, I missed. And Batman, I never miss. You did this to me, you bastard. Gods, how the hell do you live like this? And now you just want to quit? Just because you're probably gonna die horribly before this is through? Nah, this is bigger than you. Bigger than some 2-bit storm chaser, too. But together, well, who knows? Just maybe together we could make a noise that'll be heard for a few million light years. What do you say, Bruce? I say you're right, Ione. I will die on one of these moons before I leave this fight unfinished. You want to help? Then I say you should do your job, Storm Chaser. Take me in. Now, Batman wanted a way into the Orb of Orphans, so I got him in. Attention, intruders! Render yourself procumbent or... Now he's a prisoner of the Black Sun twins. There's a big one who's super strong, who's been beating the hell out of him. And a little creepy one who keeps muttering in his ear. Oh no, that is Whisper Black Sun, the same being who caused the death of 12 billion on the Hoodoo Goom cluster. Against the power of such an assault, there is no defense. Despite all of my expert training, this is one fight that even the Batman cannot win. Why is this taking so long? Why is he still alive? No one has ever endured Brother's whispers for this long. What is so special about this Batman? Advisors, why do you not answer me when I... Oh, I see. Yes, even at this distance, the whispers are... Brother, perhaps it is time to try a different approach. Brother, enough! Give him to me. I'll tear this alien apart and be done with. Alert all stormers to Section Lumar. Damn it, what now? Whatever this is, I'll handle it, brother. You just finish things here. Stop playing with your food and finish the Batman. Ears bleeding, eyes bleeding, every part of me seizing and shutting down. But I still see it. A flicker of something crinkling his face. His voice quickens, agony crescendos. My hands want to claw open my own skull. But I focus on that flicker, grit every part of myself, swallow my screams. I look this monster square in the eye as he's doing everything in his power to whisper me to a screaming bloody ruin. And I whisper back. Wolf, remember the bat rules. We're not supposed to kill anybody. Good, Wolf. This galaxy is full of imbeciles. One wonders if it's worth the trouble of being a despot anymore. Then I remember, I do this because I enjoy it. No substitute for doing what you love, is there? Me? I'm a simple Tamaranian gal. I love fast starships, cheap booze, and shooting shits in the face. Hello, shit. I'm not supposed to be killing anybody anymore, so when your super strong ass feels like it's dying, you be sure to let me know. Not even close, girl. You have the audacity to think you can stand against me, a storm chaser and her pet wolf. I am Wrath Black Sun, heir to an empire as old as Oa and the bricks of the Source Wall. I bathe in imported antimatter and drink the tears of Mongols. Who in the name of the moons are you? I am Punchbot. This place, the Slag Galaxy. This raw, ungoverned meat grinder of a star system. This place is made to devour. Nothing can live here unscarred, ungnawed, undigested. This war-torn alien galaxy that I came to in arrogance and ignorance. By all rights, it should have eaten me alive. Why didn't it? That's the question that troubles Whisper Black Sun. The one I see in the furrows of his brow, the tremble in his lip. Just before those vicious whispers of his turn to a scream. No, brother! He spoke horrors to me. I speak truths to him. Brother, I'm coming. I tell him of an orphan in an alley. Screaming stopped. Somehow that's even more unsettling. A bat through a window. Go, protect the Black Suns, or we'll all be... I tell him the story behind each and every one of my scars. I tell this Black Sun how I choose war every day, how I crossed 8 megaparsecs to be here, and why he whispers in vain. I tell this killer of billions that no matter the horrors he spews, his galaxy will be free. I tell him all of this in so many words as I whisper over and over again. I'm Batman. I had to travel a long way from home to learn the true meaning of those words, and to spread that message through a galaxy without hope, one punch at a time. I could never have done that alone. I'm Batman, and so are they. You have eaten well. Your feast ends now. No, the Black Suns will never fall. We own this galaxy. We own the stars. We own all of you. You people will have to kill me to end this. And you cannot kill me. Nothing can stop the Black Suns. She might be right about that. I still can't get this guy to shut up. Hush. No. The Orb of Orphans has fallen. Long a place of suffering and wrongful imprisonment, its cells have been emptied of prisoners. All but 2. The Black Sun Mining Company has been dissolved. The many worlds that made up the company's holdings are being returned to their rightful owners, along with everything else that was stolen from them. By the great moons, the children. For the first time that even the elders can remember, there are no mines operating within the Slag Galaxy. No stormers, no slaves, no war, no orphans. No more stormers left to chase? Guess that means I'm out of a job. The Black Suns were monsters, but they were the only law to be found in this galaxy. Without them, there'll be chaos. This won't be the end of your troubles here. These worlds will need someone to owe, so suddenly it's your troubles and not ours anymore, huh? Punchbot told me he found you a ship that can take you home. So, what are you waiting for? Run back to your one true love already. Ione, You're right.
I'll go.
Batman, you are such an idiot.
It's a long trip back to Earth, across 26 million light years. The same flight I made once before. But this time, soaring through that endless darkness, it's like I'd never realized. How cold and quiet, how lonesome it gets. So far from home.
All right, pay up, pal. Double from last time. What? That's insane. Coonan can't do that. Boss Coonan can do anything he wants. This is his city now, remember? You don't like it? You don't want to deal with us? Well, maybe you'd rather talk with our associate. You know, the guy who killed the Batman.
Okay, I'll pay. Just keep that thing away from me. Soon as I land, I know where I'm headed. Make a quick stop to change. Don't bother with a shower. I want him to smell it on me. I want him to smell the Slag galaxy.
Bridge to Captain. The signal has been lit. Trouble on Vastar 7. They're being raided by Bulgari pirates. Natives are requesting assistance. Captain Ione, are you ready to deploy? Almost. Can't believe I'm doing this. Copy that. Moving into position. Attention, Vastar 7. Assistance is inbound. This is the Batbot.
Alien species, Akarian, native of the Slag galaxy. Hey! You have shamed the elders of Aari. You have shamed the great golden moons of Akis. What did you say? I know his every pressure point. I said, let's try this again. Major nerve clusters, hidden jugular notches. And I am going to put my knees and my knuckles into every last one. Oh, it takes 5 kicks and 11 strikes. Then I find myself staring at the stars. Lost on other worlds, far away. For a moment, I forget where I am. For a moment, nothing more. I am the Batman of Gotham, and there is much work to do. Better get started.
Ione, you look... Don't say a word, robot. Just do what you do. Find me someone to punch.
Mission postscript. Star Labs listening probes report fragments of deep space chatter detected from a distant galaxy. A growing legend about the fall of the Warstorm and the crumbling of the Black Sun mining empire. The legend of a bat. The bat that flies the stars.